These are good times for the Seattle Mariners, riding high. 12 games beyond 500, a record of 32-20. And here on this Memorial Day, the Texas Rangers are in town to open up a new series. Mariners coming off a sweep of the Twins. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew with you. Here's a look at the Rangers lineup for this afternoon.
Rangers have really struggled this year. They're last in the American League in hitting. Delino DeShields will lead things off. He leads the team with 10 stolen bases. Nomar Mazara, the cleanup hitter, 12 home runs on the year for him. And Ronald Guzman will round out the 9 for the Rangers. Or Marco Gonzalez again coming off of a strong outing. Overall this year, a 4-3 record. ERA just over 4 and 53 in the 30. Has 49 strikeouts.
Play stop momentarily as get the lights off the field for a second.
And look at the defense. Denard Span, welcome to the Seattle Mariners. He'll get to start out in left field. Andrew Romine will be at shortstop, and Mike Zunino had yesterday off. He will do the catching this afternoon.
Marco Gonzalez, a 4-3 record. He's 0-1 here at home. 5.03 ERA. Get this, party started with a strike to Delino DeShields. Mariners are 3-2 against Texas. Rangers come in after a 4-3 homestand. They went 2-1 against the Yankees, 2-2 against Kansas City. Jeff Bannister talking to him today, still bemoaning the fact that they had runners at second and third, nobody out, 8th inning yesterday, and could not score.
It's been a struggle for them. I mentioned that they're last in hitting. They strike out more than anybody in the American League. 535 strikeouts as a team. You can expand the zone, stay out of the middle of the plate.
61 degrees. A breezy 61. Wind out of the west-southwest at 7. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's Heredia calling off Denard Span. There's one away. Got some good coverage out there. These outfielders, a good outfield crew with Span, Heredia, and Haniger, and Gamble coming off the bench. See the breeze blowing from left to right here at Safeco Field. Here's Shin-Soo Choo, 2 for 3 against Marco Gonzalez. Up and in.
Marco, his average fastball this year, 90 miles an hour. Cutter, curve, changeup to go with it.
Shift over to the right for Choo. Hitting at 268 homers and 23 runs batted in. Breaking ball for a strike.
Good curveball.
Plate umpire Ed Hickox, crew chief Jerry Meals at first, Chris Siegel at second, Gabe Morales the umpire at third. Another opportunity here for Heredia. Glasses on, 2 outs.
One of the things that they've asked Marco Gonzalez to do is not use his cutter quite as much, mix in his curveball a little bit more, and it's paid off for him.
His last start, the curve was probably his best that we've seen this year.
Well, I would agree with that, and he threw it quite a bit. Almost 24% was his curveball.
Third baseman Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. What a different team this has turned out to be. What with injuries, players moving on. This Texas Ranger club, this a few years ago, this was a team that would just knock the walls down.
You're right about that, and I think the one thing for me that you miss right away is you don't have Beltre or Andrews, 2 of the guys that bring a lot of energy to the club, both of them on the DL.
Talking about Jeff Bannister, was manager of the year back in 2015. It's a tough year. He says, well, we get a chance to look at what we got for the future. Figuring things out. How good is this kid right here, Kiner-Falefa? How good is he going to be? How good is Profar going to be playing every day? Swing on his.
Guzman.
Exactly.
The first baseman for the Rangers.
So it's a different cast in their offensive profile. I mean, last in batting, 8th in runs, 13th in hits. As you mentioned, the strikeouts more than anybody, and dead last in the major leagues batting average runners in scoring position at 205. This is our 12th year together, and I think what the first 8, it seemed like that batting average, I don't know, about 290.
Yeah.
When
It
Cruz
really,
and those guys were when Cruz was over there on their club.
They've really struggled. I think again for the Mariners and the pitching staff, they've really been pitching well. You can expand the zone on them because of those numbers. That's exactly what Marco was trying to do.
Full count, 2 out, nobody on. Can't say enough about the starters lately, right?
They have been great.
On deck, Nomar Mazara, the right fielder.
Pitching deeper into ball games.
3-2 pitch here. Bouncing ball, Seager on that short hop. A 1-2-3 first. Fine start for Marco Gonzalez as we get underway here Memorial Day. Glad you're with us here at Safeco Field. Day here in Seattle. Doug Fister, 34-year-old right-hander out of Merced, California, former Mariner back in 2009, 10, and 11. Here's a look at Mariners lineup for today.
James Segura still out of the lineup, so Guillermo Heredia will lead things off. And Denard Span in town with the Mariners. He will hit second in the lineup. Ryan Healy, the big double in last night's ballgame. That was in the 8th inning, driving in 2 runs to get the Mariners the win.
Well, here we go, Doug Fister. 1-2 at home, a 6.39 ERA. On the road, 0-2 with a 1.90 ERA. First pitch strike to Heredia, coming off a 1-for-4 performance yesterday. A couple of career hits, 2 for 2 against Doug. Right-handers getting to Fister at a 347 clip, left-handers at 230. Keep that in mind as we move forward. Pitch sharply, backhanded by Rougned Odor, 1 away.
And for Doug, this will be his 10th start, a 1-4 record, 4.22 ERA. In 49 innings, 35 strikeouts for Fister. In his fastball, on average, 88 miles an hour. He'll mix in a cutter, curve, and changeup to go with it. And the defense, Delano DeShields will get the start in center field. Jerks and Profar, the shortstop. Again, Andrews on the disabled list. Robinson Chirinos will do the catching.
So welcome to Seattle, Denard Span. And in Tampa, 238, 4 homers, 28 runs batted in, 7 doubles and a triple, and 6 straight stolen bases.
364 hitter against Doug Fister in his career.
Good addition. Scott Service. We got Denard Span here to play every day. Fister working at his usual brisk pace, 2-1. Doug in his first year with Texas, last year with Boston, 18 games, 15 starts, and went 5-9 with a 4.88 ERA. Pulls it down to the first baseman Guzman, 2 down. 2 away here in the home first. Doug Fister, it's familiar ground here at Safeco Field. He's going to bring up Mitch Haniger. Past Mitch in the hallway today. I said, let me ask you something. How much fun are you having? His face just lit up because remember last year at this time we were waiting for him to come back off the DL after a spectacular 3-week start.
He's playing well and they're winning a lot of ball games.
Coming off an 0 for 3 game yesterday. 11 homers, 37 runs batted in, 9 doubles.
Good eye.
Two out, nobody on here, and the Mariners home first. Two and one. Haniger in the top 10 and runs batted in with 37. Two on. Some good numbers here for Haniger, team leader. 37 runs batted in, 25 walks. It's good company.
Pretty good list right there.
3-1.
Players.
In on his fist. And he's going to make it. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa can't make the play. 2-out base runner for the Mariners.
Another part of the Rangers that they've struggled. They are last in fielding percentage in the American League. Not having Adrian Beltre at third base. Hurts him right away at the start of this series. On the exchange as he drops it.
Got Beltre out with a left hamstring grade 1 strain. Elvis Andrus fractured right elbow. He's expected to be back in mid-June. Matt Moore, left-handed starter, he comes off the DL tomorrow. He's had right knee soreness, and Martin Perez, his right arm inflamed. So E5 for Kiner-Falefa. That is error number 49 on the season for the Rangers. Nally 10 for 35 against Fister. Oh, and 2. Strike 3 called. Fister gets a punch out as Ed Hickox rings up Cruz. No scores. We go to the second. Seattle Mariners baseball and Root Sports brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Reason why we're here, Memorial Day, honoring America's war dead. And the unofficial beginning of summer. Tahoma National Cemetery in Kent, Washington. We'll have a moment of remembrance at 3 o'clock Pacific. They've already done it in the other regions in the country. Second inning action. middle of the order for the Rangers. Nomar Mazara, Jurickson Profar, and Ryan Rua. Foul back. Marco Gonzalez is the Rangers September 12 of last year. 5 innings of 8 hit, 3 runs, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. Got the victory. 0-2.
A rare walk amongst the league leaders as far as walks for 9 innings.
Well, it's interesting when you, that time Ed Hickox took one. Talking to Marco after his starts, he's always able to enumerate the things that he wants to improve on, and invariably what he finds in his study, and talking to Mel, he's able to come back and turn it around the next start, or make it, even if it's just modest improvements.
Yeah, there's little things that you look for, that being one of them, of course. But I like the fact that he faced the Tigers. He went 6 innings, gave up 4 earned runs. The next start was against the Tigers again, and he ends up shutting him out for 5 1/3. So he made some adjustments between the 2 outings after he learned something.
I said, "You're coachable." He says, "Yeah, I'm coachable." Way out.
Well, it's something that Scott Service had talked to me about probably about a month ago now. And they wanted Marco to mix things up right away at the start of the game. Use his curveball and his changeup. If he wants to use his cutter, pick your places for that, and then use his fastball, which he does. And he likes to throw his fastball at the top of the zone at times too, which helps. But I like that he's mixing his curveball. And as you mentioned, David, his last outing, his curveball is probably as good as we've seen it.
Throws one here. Easily handled by Beckham.
So not saving anything, using all of his pitches.
Well, that's the key. That's a theme I've picked up from Mel recently in conversations with him. On Sunday, when the Mariners host the Rays, Aquafina's given all kids 14 and under the opportunity to make backyard memories of their own with a free Mariners bat and ball set. Get tickets for the whole family at Mariners.com. Conversations about Felix, about Paxton, about Gonzalez. What are you saving anything? Bring it right now. And that's what Mel was talking about the other day when Paxton was at it. Let the horse out of the barn now.
And it's going to be different, although the starters that lately have all pitched past the 6th inning, so that's been a plus too. But you're going to have outings where maybe you have to use everything, and maybe you only go 5 innings because of the lineup that you're up against. But the good news for him is the way the bullpen has pitched. That's not a problem. And I think that's what they're trying to convey to them is everybody wants to go as deep as you can in the game, but some days because of the lineup it's not going to happen. But keep us in the ball game.
Yep. Profar fouls one back
by mixing up, using all your pitches, and then we'll turn it over to what is one of the better bullpens.
To that very point, I know you were watching your son yesterday.
Yes.
But Colomé comes out in the 9th inning last night.
I did see that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I did see that.
He's going to be in front of Eddie.
And we knew that.
Yeah.
As soon as the deal was done, what type of pitcher he is. He's an all-star. He's led the league in saves. But that was fun. I was happy to see him come in and really command the strike zone and get through the inning quickly.
Profar down on strikes. First K of the afternoon for Marco Gonzalez. 2 outs here in the 2nd.
We talked about expanding the strike zone. This is off the plate away. Gets him to chase it.
Yesterday, when we were talking to Scott Service, Colomé had just gotten in. Span didn't get in until I guess late last night or sometime this morning. But I said, Colomé, man, a few words. I said, hey, man, welcome. Good to see you. What do you throw? He says, fastball cutter. That's all I need.
That was the case yesterday.
Today,
pretty good fastball.
Yeah, and I said, how about? I said, well, you know, you're going to do some work filling in for Eddie. How do you feel about the 8th? How do you feel about the 8th inning? He says, I'm good. I'm good. I said, treat it like it's the 9th inning. I said, I like the way you're thinking there. 2-0 to Ryan Rua. I mean, that bullpen right now. You write down these names and what these guys have been doing. It's Nicasio's figuring getting back to where he
really
was.
Good, yes.
Diaz has been out.
I saw him hit 97 a couple of times. Right. I believe it was Saturday night.
And that was after he had. Remember, it was a couple of. Remember, I was at home. You guys were on the road. I was home watching, and he was in what, the low 90s. For his MPH was not. He wasn't hitting that number.
Right. So to see 97 is encouraging. Look at the bullpen in. I think it's the last 8 games they've given up 1 earned run in the last 8 games that they've pitched. It's been dominant.
Big reason why the Mariners are 12 games beyond 500. And right on the tail of the Houston Astros. 1 game back starting today. 3-1 pitch. Foul back. Verlander stuck it to the Yankees today. 5-1 final. Let a home run to Greg Bird, who just came back. Altuve hit a home run. About the stretch, Altuve was just on 10 consecutive hits. Line drive right center field. Haniger with the slide. No, did not get it. Second base umpire Chris Siegel said it's a base hit. Mitch thinks he's got it. Here's the play, and they throw him out. So a little indecision there.
Take a look at Mitch, the sliding, and
he had it all the way.
That's a catch.
Chris Siegel had the arms out saying no catch. He had it all the way. 1, 2, 3 in the second. Great baseball taking on the Texas Rangers. Here we go in the second inning, the home second with Kyle Seager leading off.
Good to see Kyle with a couple of hits yesterday, including a home run.
And take a look at Kyle. Notice something different. Hey man, what happened to the beard? He said it was getting too much attention and his daughter was getting scared, so he cut it off. Pulled right down to the first baseman Guzman. 1 away. They'll bring up Ryan Healy. Ryan Healy got out of a little bit of a slump yesterday. He hit the ball with authority 3 times yesterday. A hard single to center, a hard single to left, and then the ball that got all the way through to the wall in the 8th inning, scoring 2 runs. It was a double. And it got the Mariners a win 3-1.
He was also the one that was yelling at the end of the last inning to throw the ball to second base as the runner kept going.
Haley 3 for 4, 2 runs batted in yesterday. RBI total up to 22. Got 7 doubles. Houston ball game. Houston scored 3 runs in the second. Altuve hit a home run in the 8th. Verlander went 6 2/3, giving up a run. He's now 7-2. 2-0 pitch. Crowded him. Didn't like the call. 2-1. There's 2-1. Breaking ball up high. And a walk to Healy. Second Mariner base runner. First one was Haniger, reached on an error. Kings Court, it's back in session tomorrow night. Felix Hernandez takes a rubber against the Rangers at 7:10. So join this section worthy of royalty for just $20. You get a ticket to the game, a 2018 Kings Court t-shirt. Tickets, they're available right now. Go get them, mariners.com/Felix. First walk of the ball game. And brings up Mike Zunino. Hero Saturday night. It's a fitting in for Mike because his first 3 at bats he struck out. And he got a pitch he can handle. So strong, we talk about it all the time. He's a little bit on that front foot, but he got the barrel to it and hit a rocket off the R in Edgar's. The sign out left. There's a broken bat ground ball. Lead to a double play. And that'll do it for the Mariners in the second. Bottom third of the order coming up for the Rangers. No score, and get Sounder Train and Link Light Rail tickets right to your phone. Paying is easy with the Transit Go Ticket app. Memorial Day, honoring America's war dead over the years at the unofficial start of the summer season. Good crowd on hand here at Safeco Field. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Hopefully Gene Segura will be available tomorrow. Did not pass the concussion test here today. Told Scott Service yesterday, said, hey, Skip, I want to play on Monday. But the doc gave him a thumbs down today. Scratched him a little bit before noon today. Here's Rougned Odor. Another reason why these Rangers aren't the same that we've seen over the last few years. He's not hitting home runs and not batting real well either. 201 home run and 11 runs batted in. This is one of the questions I put to Jeff Bannister. What the heck is going on with him? He says, take a look at his batting stance. He used to really load up the back. He's more upright than he was a couple 3 years ago when he hit all those home runs. Bunt, foot race, and he's going to win it. Base hit.
Dave, you mentioned a couple of years ago all the home runs that he hit. This is something we wouldn't have seen. Him dropping a bunt, but because he has struggled, just trying to find a way to get on base. Marco, the left-handed pitcher, typically will fall off to the third base side. That happens a little bit slower getting off the mound because of that.
Odor a couple of years ago.
Great bunt. 33 home runs. Last year came back with 30.
way off the pace right now. And they did all that home run damage last year, hitting .204. Robinson Chirinos, the catcher. Second hit for the Rangers. Mariners infield of Seager, Romine, Beckham, and Healy. Outfield is Span, Heredia, and Haniger with Zunino behind the plate. Here's the 0-1.
With the struggles the Rangers have had, they will run a little bit more than we're used to. They are 6th in the American League in stolen bases.
2 balls, 1 strike. Chirinos 1 for 2 against Marco Gonzalez. Way behind here, 3-1. Marco with strikeout so far, giving up 2 runs and 2 hits. That hasn't walked anybody. He had a 1-2-3 first inning. Not close. First walk. So a couple of men aboard here for the Texas Rangers. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. 2 on, nobody out. Brings up Ronald Guzman, the first baseman. Still wearing spring training number. It's rare to see a starter with the number 67. Curveball. See if he can find a groove now with that pitch.
We just saw Logan Morrison with 99 on his back.
99. We had what, James Jones when he was here wore 99.
Judge wears 99.
Judge, that was the other guy I was thinking of. And another sports made famous by Wayne Gretzky, of course, the great one. Hockey fans out there, Las Vegas and Washington. Stanley Cup Finals begin tonight. How about that? An expansion team play for the championship.
Yeah.
Wow. Runner breaks. And the ball put in play. Chance for 2. There's 1. They get the back end. No, sir. Slow developing. Runners at the corners. Here for Texas.
Right off the end of the bat. Looks like another breaking ball. So it was not hit hard. Guzman runs well, able to beat it.
Top of the order. DeShields with runners at the corners. Fly it out to center field to open up the ball game. Haven't seen any suicide or safety squeezes yet, have we?
I don't think so. Today's game, it seems unlikely.
I hear that.
I've seen DeShields square around. I think he was doing this on his own.
Oh, it gets through. Zunino slide, throw, no. Run scores. 1-0 Texas. Odor scoring on the play. Moving up to second is Guzman.
Right off the end of his glove. That'll be a pass ball.
You know it. Bat might have distracted him a little bit.
Yeah, at the beginning of it, you could see he had the barrel right where his eyes were.
1-0 on a pass ball. Runner at second, 1 out. 2-0 count here. Second baseman Beckham will take care of it. Sriracha Night. It's going to return this Thursday. This ticket special includes a game ticket, a Mariners Sriracha t-shirt, and a voucher good for one Sriracha menu item. Choose from Sriracha flavored pizza, hot dogs, donuts, and more. Tickets available only at mariners.com/Sriracha. I think I'll keep my donuts the way they are, please. But Sriracha, I know that's a very tasty item on a lot of those mentioned there. There's Chu, 2 outs.
To your point, Dave, I think talked to Mike about it, but you mentioned the barrel of the bat squaring around the bunt. We saw the same thing happen to him. It was in Saturday night's game. Similar situation, squaring around the barrel right in front of where his eyes were, and the ball ended up getting past him. So I'll a chance to talk to Mike tomorrow and ask him about it. It's unusual to see him with a pass ball.
Indeed.
They have a couple of them over the last few days. Unusual.
Gonzalez 1-1 to Chu, 2 out, a run in, runner on. And that's some slow breaking ball, isn't it?
I can remember coming up through the minor leagues. That's one of the things that they were teaching us, especially if guys were going to steal bases, to square around bunt and try to put the barrel right in front of the catcher's eyes. So it's a part of the game that is taught.
Not implemented as much as it used to be,
No,
but it's still part of the game.
Well, yeah, everybody's swinging for the fences now. And I think for DeShields, if he had a chance to bunt a strike, he was going to try to put the ball down on the ground. I'm not thinking it's something that he was trying to distract him with. It just ended up that way.
Two and 2 with 2 outs. Fastball off his fist, fouled away.
Good fastball at 92.
Marco trying to limit damage to 1 run here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second.
Oh, good pitch.
Wow. Heredia was halfway home. He was coming to the dugout in center field watching that one.
You could see that it was right down the middle.
Looking for a put away right here. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is on deck, the third baseman. Tough hitter here in Chu. Keeping Guzman close. That comes about 10 feet out on the grass, on the right side. 3-2 pitch here from Gonzalez, and lost him up high. Second walk in the inning. Runners at first and second with 2 outs.
Mel Stottlemyre out of the dugout.
Taking a slow version out there. Now he goes into the trap.
48 pitches, 28 strikes for Marco.
Yeah, nice thing going in the first inning. 2 pops to center field and a ground out. Then a second inning, a ground out, a strikeout. Disputed catch Out in right field, Haniger, but here in the third, some trouble.
"20 pitches in the inning, 10 strikes for Marco.
So that confab is broken up. See if Gonzalez can put away the third baseman for the Rangers. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa grounded out to Seager first time. Chance. Got him. Nicely done as Beckham sneaks in behind. They get Guzman, and that will end the Rangers' top of the third. Beautifully executed. No question about it. Here's Al. Good look at the Space Needle where they just completed a multi-million-dollar renovation. Look forward to getting up there again. 8-9-1 in the order coming up here for the Mariners. Gordon Beckham, Andrew Romine, and Guillermo Heredia. So fouled off. Beckham 1 for 3 in yesterday's game.
Looks like D. Gordon will be back Thursday.
Yeah, that is his intent, to be sure. Ground ball to Kiner-Falefa. Join T-Mobile in showing your appreciation for all military and vets by sharing a photo or video using hashtag #HatsOffForHeroes. For each tweet or post, T-Mobile's going to donate $1 to support veterans. Balls of Montezuma playing Marine Corps hymn. Here's Andrew Romine, first pitch swing. You mentioned D. Gordon. He and I were having an NBA discussion. We're both LeBron fans, and we both agree. Why are people always on his case? I thought what LeBron did last night was fabulous.
That was pretty strong. I would agree.
D was a pretty good hooper himself in high school. He says, "Hey man, I think I could beat some of the clowns he's been carrying on his back." That'll get through. Base hit for Romine. One out, base runner.
Solid line drive, base hit. Primera Supermo. So far, the shortstop playing up the middle. We're watching D. He's going through some drills today, some running. Didn't appear to have any limp or any problems at all, so that was a good sign. So hopefully Thursday will be the day to get him back.
There's Heredia.
Good eye.
Rounded out the second. Big contributions to this ball club and swinging a good bat in the last few weeks.
Came into the game hitting .296 overall.
Keeping an eye on Roma.
.296 overall, .318 off of right-handed pitching, so it has not been a problem for him.
Not at all. Foul back. Guillermo's last 10 games, he's hitting .355. 11 for 31, 4 runs scored, couple of doubles and a home run, and knocked into walk 7 times. On base at .487 during that stretch. 1-1. Chopper. Could be interesting. He just got there. The long legs of Guzman got him. 2 outs.
I was talking about this the other day with Heredia. The one thing about him is he always runs hard. You would think just a one-hopper routine play to the first baseman, but not him.
Since he's been here, we've seen him have what, 4, 5, 6 hustle doubles because he's out of the box hard all the time. There's Span. Scott Service thrilled to have him. Said he controls the strike zone, puts the ball in play, creates traffic on the base paths. Capable of hitting anywhere in the lineup. Very excited to have the veteran. Been with Minnesota, San Francisco, Washington, and Tampa. Right to the shortstop profile. And the Mariners are done in the third. Rangers lead it 1-0. He's got 4 wins overall. So far, so good, Mike.
Had a pretty good fastball today, right around 92 miles an hour. Of course, the changeup, that changeup off the plate. So far, giving up 1 run, it's unearned.
And an impressive pickoff to end the third inning. He's got 3, 4, and 5 here. Kind of Falefa was at the dish when Marco executed the pickoff with Beckham to get Guzman to end the third. Mazzara and Profar to follow. Back dialed in again. Heading the count 2-0. 1-2. Rangers were just here earlier in the month, split a series with the Mariners. Mariners took 2 out of 3 back in mid-April. The late April, up and in. Did he go? They checked, and they checked with Jerry Meals. Crew chief said he did commit. Strikeout victim, Connor Falefa. Second strikeout for Marco Gonzalez.
Good timing on an elevated fastball. Inside elevated fastball ties him up. First 3 pitches were away from him. Saw the changeup in the curveball, and that's just a good fastball in off the plate.
One out brings up Nomar Mazara. Grounded out to second baseman Beckham. Does this team lead the league in wide open stances?
Seems that way. And by wide you mean 1 foot out of the batter's box?
Yeah, right.
See his heel on that back line. What that'll tell you is that they have a lot of hitters that are going to be diving into the plate.
Yeah. One for Marco.
Good curveball. Beginning of the year, I think we would have said that his changeup was his best off-speed pitch. But I think the curveball starting to catch up to the changeup a little bit.
Perfectly positioned. Andrew Romine, 2 outs. Let's take a look at our Coors Banquet timeless moment. Take you back to 1956. Pirates first baseman Dale Long, he hit a home run for the 8th consecutive game. That is some raking. There's some bad Pirate clubs too in the mid-60s. That was one of the highlights they had during that time. By the time Dale was doing that, I think Ralph Kiner had just retired. Here's Jurickson Profar, struck out on a 1-2 pitch. Years ago, this kid was the #1 prospect in all of baseball. Boy, injuries have slowed him down. Had a chance to play his natural position, shortstop, where he's been blocked all these years by Elvis Andrus.
There's Beltre at third, and you have Odor over at second base. That's when they started putting him in the outfield. Didn't have a position for him.
2-1 pitch. So far the Mariners with just 1 hit. Andrew Romine, 1 out single in the 3rd. Rangers got their run. Runner at 3rd, Odor. Pass ball on Mike Zunino. That was in the top half of the 3rd. Here's a 2-2 to Profar. Back up this way. Three more games with the Rangers, all nighttime affairs. Tampa Bay comes in for Friday night and Saturday night tilts. 1:10 start Sunday. The Mariners go a brief road trip, 2 games to Houston and 4 at Tampa Bay. Strike 3 called, inning over. Nicely done by Marco Gonzalez. His 2nd strikeout of the inning, 3rd of the ball game. Mariners down a run. Seattle Mariners Baseball and Root Sports is brought to you by USAA. Join USAA in honoring all our fallen heroes. Memorial Day, as we honor those who served our country and fell in warfare over the years, dating back to the Civil War. Tahoma National Cemetery in Kent. Flags at all the grave sites. Men and women who gave their life so we can enjoy the life that we lead here in the US of A. Bottom 4 action starts right here. Breaking ball to Mitch Haniger for a strike. He reached on an error by third baseman Kiner Falefa. Be Mitch, Nelly Cruz, and Kyle Seager. 3, 4, and 5. Came right back, same pitch, 0-2. Breeze blowing from left field, the left field foul pole to the right field foul pole here at Safeco Field. Here's the 0-2 from Pfister.
Look at some of the numbers for Doug. You look at the 3rd inning, the 4th inning, the 5th inning. He's given up 5, 7, and 6 runs. So those are the things that have been tough for him. So second time through the lineup, he has really had a tough time.
Foul off by Haniger. Pfister came up with the Mariners 2009, went 12-30 in the 9, 10, and 11 seasons. He goes to Detroit and had a lot of success, 32-20. Then Washington, he was above 500 again, 21-13. Hit down the line, Kiner Falefa, nice play, and there's one away. After Doug left Washington with the Houston and Boston. Time now for an AT&T Achieving More. We talk about Nelson Cruz, his career against his old team, the Texas Rangers, hitting a .327 clip, 16 homers, 35 runs batted in, and slugging .626. It's been a difficult month for Mr. Cruz. Hit on the foot, hit on the elbow. Used to seeing his batting average .285 or better. And hopefully he will be inflicting a lot of damage on some pitching staffs as we move forward in the next few weeks to get back to normal. The numbers here. Here's the shortstop profile. Makes the play and throws him out. Doug Pfister going through pretty well here. Kyle Seager takes on Doug Pfister today by AARP. Kyle 8 for 23 against his former teammate. 3 doubles, a homer, and 3 runs batted in.
Kyle grounded out to first in the 2nd inning. Had a couple of hits yesterday, including a home run. He now has 9 home runs on the year.
That home run, right field stands about 10 rows back. It was good to see him get one out. Chopper goes foul. Chris Prieto, first base coach, will take care of it.
Kyle 2nd on the team in RBIs with 31. Haniger leading the way with 37, but Kyle's 31 RBIs.
He made some really good plays and some short hops, hot short hops down at third base yesterday.
I saw the backhanded play. That
nice, wasn't it?
Yes.
And that was, I think that was a play on Dozier. Dozier got about 2 steps from first base and like, dude, what are you doing? Turned around, smiled at him. Great play. Flips this one left field, coming on his roar. And Doug Pfister goes 1, 2, 3 in the 4th. He's retired the last 5 consecutive hitters. He's got a 1-0 lead. went back-to-back contest here. Last time out against Oakland, he went 7 innings and got a win, and he's only down 1-0 here today.
Unearned run for Marco. Take a look at his outing against the Athletics. 7 innings, just 2 hits. Got 6 strikeouts. Back-to-back outings where he had not allowed an earned run. Also 5 1/3, not allowed an earned run against the Tigers.
Ryan Rua. Ball 1, Rua, Odor, and Chirinos. Rua with the first base hit against Gonzalez, came in the 2nd inning. Skied it. Already it calls off Span. All right, the family enjoying Memorial Day at Safeco Field. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Root Sports crew, and good number of fans here. Holiday baseball. Hope you're safe and comfortable wherever you're watching us. Center field bleachers in good shape. A lot of folks out there. The pen looks like it's jamming big time. Rougned Odor bunted his way on. It was a nice one down the first base line.
Seeing that last fly ball, I don't think it will be a problem, but Span just joining the club, and Heredia are going to have to communicate. The ball is hit out towards the gap. And I don't think that'll be a problem, Span being a veteran.
You betcha. Weak ground ball.
Tough
Marco
play.
can't make it. Here's Romine. Bare hand attempt. Base hit for Rougned Odor. He's 2 for 2.
Only chance he had was to try to barehand it.
Coming up tomorrow, our CenturyLink What's Next? See if Felix Hernandez can solve his first inning woes. He's got a 12.29 ERA in the first inning so far this season. He's got Austin Bibbins-Dirks will be his opponent. You're talking about adjustments with Marco and the other pitchers. That's going to be a big one tomorrow. Let's see what happens.
Felix joined the ball game.
Had that last time out, rugged first inning, then went, what, 17 in the last 18 that he retired 17 of 18 moving forward. If the Mariners can get a double play here, catcher Robinson Chirinos, he walked his first time. Foul ball fielded by Tony Beasley, the third base coach. Former manager, Mariners manager Don Wakamatsu is the bench coach for Texas. There's Tony. Cancer survivor a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it will be interesting to watch Felix tomorrow, because he certainly is aware that the first inning has been a problem for him this year, and it's something that he has talked about, Mel has talked about, so we'll see what he ends up doing tomorrow.
One of the days you're off, Bert Blyleven stopped by and asked him about that. He said, yeah, I'm coming out of the bullpen in Boston. I'm feeling great. Buck, what was his name? Buck, I think his name, Buck Rogers. Ah, you're looking good, kid. Going to be all right. Double home run, double single, third of an inning, out. Zanino, no chance.
It can happen.
And, you know, there's Bert, a Hall of Famer. He says, you know, some days you just, I thought it was interesting when he said, when you're out and you're in like a tuna can out there, you know, you're tunnel vision. Now you come here, now you got all 3 decks and everything's wide open, and sometimes you got to get your markings.
Different. We've heard starters talk about that. I think the thing with Felix though is it's not just, you know, one outing here or one outing there. It's been a few of them now, and it's just a matter of making a few adjustments, and I think it'll help that he's going to be here in his home ballpark.
3-1.
For a lot of what you're talking about, he's familiar with the pen out here and the mound and all of the different things.
How many times
I think he'll be fine.
I love talking to pitchers when they said I didn't have anything and man, went out and threw a 3-hitter. You know, I felt great and I got ripped.
It works that way for hitters too. They take a batting practice and feel terrible, and all of a sudden the game starts and you end up with 3 hits. Just
bullets too, right?
Just never know.
Oh, they got him. They got Odor in a pickle. Seager Get him out right there. Well executed by Kyle and the boys. Nice job. Started by Marco Gonzalez and made a very good toss to get it going. Second pickoff today.
Second time
at second base.
And he looked as if he was going to try to steal, and it's the second time it's happened. We mentioned it earlier with all the struggles the Rangers have had. They're last in hitting with runners in scoring position, and a couple of base running mistakes here early.
It's the last time you saw a pitcher get 2 pickoffs going at second base.
Yeah,
it's one, I mean, it's
within
one
a couple of innings.
Yeah, right. So 2 outs. 1, 4, 5, 6, 5. As Chirino draws a walk, and Marco in characteristic 3rd walk. Make your voice heard. Nominate your favorite plays of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag #RootFanFave. Watch Mariners pregame show every Sunday to find out your favorite plays of the week. Plus, each month, one lucky fan's going to win a Coors Light Yeti cooler just for participating. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. 2 outs, runner at first for Ronald Guzman. Foul ball out of play. He was the first pickoff victim. Gonzalez got him for the 3rd out in the 3rd inning.
I guess you could sort of see with Odor because he was trying to steal the base, but for Guzman, he was just getting a lead out there and was picked off.
One. Good look from behind home plate. 1-1 pitch. Broken bat right to Healy. Catches in foul territory. Inning over. Runner stranded. We go to the home 5th, and Healy's going to lead things off. The bottom of the 5th is brought to you by Heritage Distilling BSB Brown Sugar Bourbon. You can't smell baseball without BSB. Good look at action at Green Lake, folks, after their afternoon constitutionals. A 1-0 Ranger lead here. First of 4 with the Rangers. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew. You're enjoying your Memorial Day holiday weekend. Fun walking around that lake. My wife invited me to go paddle boarding up there, and I said, I'll watch. I'll watch. I'll commentate.
I think I could have guessed that.
Here's Ryan Healy. Walked his first time up, erased in a double play. Doug Fister today. Strikeout, a walk. No runs on 1 hit. The hit, base hit by Romine with 1 out in the 3rd. Ball for strike.
We were talking about it earlier. Your Achilles is doing much better.
Hey, man. Thank you. It is 70. Actually, starting tomorrow with my therapy session, I'll be up to 100% weight bearing on the foot. Within weeks of thank you when we go to New York, we make that roadie. I should be without the boot and the crutches. Probably
what is that, a couple of weeks?
18th. Probably get rid of the crutches, do some boot work, and as I told you earlier, I'll go an extra week just to make sure on the boot. 2-2. And Jeff Bannister and the boys over there. What in the heck were you doing to do something like that? I said, wow, I took it up and I crushed it. Threw one down. I said, I wish it was that sexy. I caught, turned, and went down. That's crushed left field. Stay fair. Oh, man. Just hooked at the last second. He only barreled up 3 times yesterday, making a bid for his 9th home run.
Actually in off the plate. And he squared it up. Just foul.
25 home runs last year for Oakland. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reached out, grounds out here to Profile. 1 away. Join us Saturday for Nelson Cruz Pop Collectible Night. It's presented by Funko. First 20,000 fans are going to receive this unique collectible of the baseball crushing DH, with 23 lucky fans taking home the special edition version of the boomstick in all silver. For tickets, visit mariners.com. Mike Zunino bounced into a double play first time. Broken bat ground ball. Kiner Falefa. 2 down. Fister on a roll here.
Yeah, we've seen this from him before. Works fast and trying to keep the ball on the ground. A lot of ground ball outs today.
Retired the last 7 men that he's faced. Ten ground balls.
And a double play in there. Yeah. It's a pretty good curveball.
Ball 1 to Beckham. Grounded out the 3rd. To left field, Rua. We've seen over the years, fast runner. He's got a routine play right there. And Fister goes 1, 2, 3 for the 2nd inning. He's got 8 consecutive retired and a 1-0 lead.
A little hashtag iRoot presented by Alaska Airlines. Here we go. Oh, that's at our Root Sports studio. They got it going. When you work all Memorial Weekend, you bring the barbecue to work. Why didn't we do that here, Nick? Why didn't we do that, Kurt? Why, Dave, Mike, why didn't we do it here? Anyway,
come on,
what are we thinking? We got it all wrong.
You know,
and some and some Memorial Day fun with this crew as they are celebrating some time here at Safeco Field, enjoying that as we spend a good portion of our day honoring those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation. Guys,
Tom will look for you to pick it up on July 4th. Delino DeShields top of the order, followed by Chu and Kiner Falefa. Good pitch by Marco to make it a 1-1 count.
Well, he's had a good change up today. Again, doing a really good job with his curveball.
Shields with a fly to center and a pop to second base. Thought he had one. 2-1. A run on 3 hits and an error for Texas. No runs, 1 hit. No errors for the Mariners. Doug Fister's retired the last 8 men he's faced. Mariners on a really good run, coming off a 3-game sweep. First sweep this season. They beat Minnesota, and then they won 8 of 9, 10 of 13. Season best 12 games above 500. Down the line to Shields. Pokes this one into the stands. Good catch down there.
Let's take a look at it.
Very nice.
Brought his glove, had some interference.
That's right.
Holding his French fries.
Oh, double credit. Didn't no spillage.
Didn't spill.
Easy play for Seager.
Pretty good cutter in on his hands.
Yeah, that didn't have a good sound at all, did it?
No.
Friday's Mariners pajama bottoms night. Mariners take on the Rays. They're comfy, cozy, and free to the first 10,000 fans. So get your tickets today at mariners.com. Very effective pitch. One out here in the 6th.
His fastball has been 90 to 92, but his cutter typically is around 87, 88. Well located cutter.
Fly out the center and a walk for Chu, and also he buzzed got his tower buzzed by Marco Gonzalez.
Another curveball for a strike. That's something. He has the curveball that he can bounce when he gets ahead of you, but I like the curveball early in counts. Just trying to steal a strike with it.
Outside to Chu. Breaking ball, and he hung it, paid for it. Span will make his first touch in the outfield as a Mariner gets it back in.
Another curveball, 77 miles an hour. It's towards the outside corner, but above the belt.
Chu, a 14-year veteran, wasn't going to miss that one.
One of the few in the lineup having a solid year, hitting .260 with 8 home runs.
Mariners in double play depth. Isaiah Kiner Falefa 0 for 2, ground out and a strikeout. Ball 1.
We were talking about it earlier, Dave, and another hitter who has that front foot almost out of the batter's box. Wide open
Look
stance.
at that. Reverse mirror image of Mazzara. 1-1. Door is pretty.
He's open.
Wide open too.
Yeah.
That's a good perspective right here. Look at this.
He's not even there yet. There we go.
1-1. Whatever gets you through the night. Thank you, John Lennon.
Marco looking for a ground ball. Ground ball percentage this year has been his curveball, 72% on the ground with the curveball.
Quick flip. There was a time Chu, pretty good base stealer. They had runs of 21, 22, 12, 21, and 20 from 09 to 14 season. Here's a double play opportunity. And they turn it. Inning over. See if the Mariners can get some runs here. Romine, Heredia, Span coming up. Marco hanging in. 1-0 Rangers. The Rangers on a pass ball by Mike Zunino, the only tally so far. Right now the Mariners trying to solve former teammate Doug Fister, who's retired the last 8 men that he's faced. How do they go about doing that, Mike?
Well, Andrew Romine, the only one with a hit. Mariners with just one hit, and it was Andrew going the other way, which I think is probably the best way to try to hit him. Again, his fastball at 88 has the slow curveball. He's going to mix in his changeup, a little cutter. I think you have to try to hit him the other way, maybe back up the middle. This will be, after Romine, it'll be the 3rd time through. Mariners have had just one runner in scoring position, and it was Romine back in the 3rd inning.
10 ground ball outs for Doug. Tired the last 8 men that he's faced. 1 strikeout looking and a walk.
He's given up 9 home runs this year.
Doug looking for his first road win. He's 1-4, 1-2 at home, 0-2 on the road with a 1.90 ERA. He's pitched well. Just popped up.
Like another changeup at 82.
One away. On this Memorial Day, USAA honors our fallen heroes. And we'll have a moment of remembrance coming up in about 25 minutes at 3 o'clock Pacific. And it's great to see a whole bunch of veterans, young and old, and you guys we've seen up on the big board here in Mariner Vision, World War II veterans in their 90s, and one guy walked out. He looked great. There's Heredia at top of the order. Pulls it through the hole, base hit. Second Mariner hit of the afternoon, tying runs aboard.
Well, maybe it will be the 3rd time through the lineup. Heredia, the leadoff hitter for the Mariners this afternoon. Solid base hit. Primera Supermo barrels it up. Catches the fastball out in front of the plate.
Denard Span, new to the Mariner uniform this morning. He's 8 for 22 against Fister. Entering today, 0 for 2 today. See if he can have his first big Mariner moment right here. Grounded out the first, grounded out the short.
Tried to hit the ball the other way his last time up.
And there's a double play ball. Oh, Odor boots. Span is safe at first.
And hopefully everybody's okay at second. Already maybe he stepped on his hand. There's the bobble by Odor.
Cost him 2 for sure.
Heredia running hard, slides into the base. I think gets kicked into the shoulder and then steps on his hand.
Jeez.
Right foot kicks him in the shoulder and then steps right on his hand.
Oh my goodness. Segura was originally in the lineup, but they scratched him right before noon. Didn't pass the foot with the concussion protocol. Hopefully he'll be back tomorrow. Mariners have seen more than their share of injuries as we play here in game number 53 this season. There's Haniger, reached on an error by the third baseman and grounded out to the third baseman, Kiner Falefa. Ben Gamble had a good day yesterday. Gamble went 3 for 4.
Span with 6 stolen bases, been caught a couple of times.
1-0 pitch. Check swing, try to get out of the way, and ball hits bat. It's the 5th time in the last 6 outings Doug Fister's got into the 6th inning. Or better. Got into the 7th 4 times in that stretch. 1-1. Strike 2. Fister lost to the Mariners in one of his games last year to the Mariners. Career against the Mariners, he's 4-4 with a 5.48 ERA. 1-2. Haniger hooks one past the diving Profar. Base hit with 2 outs, 2 on here in the 6th.
Second base hit in the inning for the Mariners. Had just 1 hit all game. Primero Supermo in the swing. High leg kick. Then the extension from Haniger. Solid line drive, base hit into left field, just out of the reach of Profar.
Mike mentioned 3rd time through. Maybe this will be profitable for the Mariners. Nelson Cruz strikeout looking, ground out the short. He's 10 for 37, a homer and an RBI against Doug Fister.
Mariners came into the game hitting .259 as a team with runners in scoring position. That includes 13 home runs. So far this afternoon, just 0 for 1. Not many opportunities at all.
Good count for Nelly, ahead already, 1-0. Cruz 0 for 4 in yesterday's game. 2-run homer Saturday's game. 12-inning affair won by Mike Zunino in the 12th with a walk-off homer. 1-0 to Cruz. Close.
Go Nelson!
Mariners have had a ton of success lately, and Boomstick would like to get in on that party right there, and he does right there. Here comes Span coming around third. Nelson Cruz ties it up with a base hit. It's 1-1 here in the 6th. RBI number 22 for Nelly. Span scores his first run as a Mariner.
I'd like to see the exit velocity on this line drive.
I hear you. It did have the sound, didn't it, Mike?
Squared it up. For the Mariners, just one hit going into this inning. Now 3 hits here in the inning.
Tie ball game. Here's Seager. Right back up here. Make a play, Dave Sims. Boom! Right in the booth. It landed right here. I was backing up for the soft-handed catch.
Now I was a little bit concerned about that.
Yeah, I know. I was moving backwards.
I was worried about you moving at all.
No, I got that. I'm good. Thank you, Chris, for retrieving the ricochet.
Mentioned it earlier in the game with Kyle Seager, a home run yesterday. He is second on the team in RBIs with 31.
That might be the first ball we've had in here.
A couple of years. Yeah, you're probably right.
And let's keep it that way. You know what I'm saying?
So we're good for a while.
We're not handing out any invitations here. The wind's blowing out to right, Kyle.
Good time for his 10th home run.
I'll buy. A run on 4 hits for each team. Kyle, base hit, right field. Coming around Haniger, he's going to score. Big man Nelly Cruz going to third. Mariners have the lead. It's 2-1 here in the 6th. And again, the game starts in the 6th inning, Mike. It's unbelievable the run these boys are on.
Well, as long as you get there. Mitch Haniger scoring the go-ahead run. Kyle starting to heat up again. Now 32 RBIs. Off-speed pitch. Towards the end of the bat. Got a line drive.
3 consecutive hits. Healy hit a long, loud foul last time up. He's walked and grounded out. Two runs on 5 hits for the Mariners. Run on 4 hits and an error for Texas. 0-1. Job foul.
It's like Jose Leclerc just starting to get loose. Ryan will take a few seconds to try to walk this off.
Like he got more foot than pad too.
Yeah, I think more on the toe.
Zanino's on deck. There's your action in a pen, Leclerc. A 0-2 pitch, 2 outs, runners at the corners. Fouls off another. Mariners have had their share of 2-out ribbies too during this run they're on.
Well, yeah, if you're going to score late in innings, it's typically the way you're going to do it. Not surprised to see Doug Fister go right back inside with another 2-seamer. Pitcher.
If Odor doesn't bobble that ground ball opportunity, might have been out of it. Mariners will have cashed in. Here's the 0-2.
Well, it's a 4-game series, and it's one of the things to keep in mind throughout all 4 games is the Texas Rangers are last in fielding percentage. So even though it wasn't an error, you're right, Dave, that bobble kept the inning alive. The Mariners took advantage of it. One
error they did commit earlier by Kiner Falefa, the 49th most in the American League. The 1-2. Strike 3 called. He knew it. But a productive inning nonetheless. 2 runs on 3 hits. Couple left. 2-1 Mariners. 4 hits in that 6th inning. A couple of ways to get him home.
About a line drive into left field. Exit velocity of just about 108 from Nelson Cruz. And Kyle Seager towards the end of the bat on and off speed pitch. Exit velocity, well, let's give him 87. That'll pick up a run. Kyle now with 32 RBIs, second on the club in RBIs.
And again, mid to late inning action in terms of coming back by these Mariners. 2-1 lead now. So we go 7th inning, and tip of the cap to Marco Gonzalez, about to start the 7th inning in back-to-back starting assignments.
He is at 86 pitches, so Juan Nicasio getting loose in the pen.
First pitch strike from Nomar Mazara. Jurickson Profar and Ryan Ruhr to follow 4, 5, and 6.
For Marco in his last outing against the A's, he threw 102 pitches. That's a season high for him.
In terms of length, Mike, for Gonzalez this month, he's gone 6, 6, 5 2/3, 7, and now into the 7th here.
Finished up April. Last 2 outings in April, he ended up winning both those ball games and went 6 innings in each of them.
He's come a long way. 1-1. Chase, ball with 2 strikes.
You probably remember, but for Marco, go all the way back to April the 19th, and I remember that's when Scott was talking about him using all of his pitches, just try to get through the lineup twice. He went exactly through the lineup 2 times against Houston, and Scott pulled him after 79 pitches. And as he's moved along, he's been getting deeper, and he's letting him go a little bit further, trusting him to get through the lineup the 3rd time again. That is growth for a young pitcher.
Got to remember, it's just 26.
And as far as big league starts, not a lot. He's been around for a while, but because of the injury that he had, the Tommy John, he missed a lot of baseball. But he's starting to let him go. And I asked him this probably about 3 weeks ago. I asked Scott about him going deeper, and he says if he's pitching well, I'm going to let him go, and he's been doing that.
Passing the eye test.
Yeah.
2-2 here to Mazara, leading off the top of the 7th. Two balls and 2 strikes to Nomar Mazara. 0 for 2 today. Ground out in a soft liner to the shortstop. Strike 3 call. Got him. That's 4 strikeouts for Gonzalez. 1 away here in the 7th.
At the knees on the outside corner. It was just a good 2-seam fastball.
1 away here in the 7th. Brings up Jurickson Profar. Struck out swinging and looking. First pitch off speed, offering at 78 miles an hour for a strike.
It's curveball again.
Outfield straight away. Straight up in the infield. Take a few steps behind the bag at 3rd. Pitch.
Another curve. His last outing against the A's, I mentioned in 7 innings, just 2 hits. He threw his curveball 24 times, 102 pitches, 24 curveballs, and it's going to be probably every bit of that today.
Funny you mentioned 24 curveballs. When I was talking to Paxton yesterday, his last outing, he threw 28 curveballs, and most of them were really high quality.
Right.
Nice to see these guys develop it. This one popped back up
chance
this
for you,
way.
Dave. Oh, no, not this time. All right.
James Pazos joining Nicasio. But the only guy in that bullpen anymore that's not 90 plus is Zepchinski, right?
Yes. But even Marks, his fastball is 90 to 92 in that range. Most of the other guys are 95 plus. things to remember too for the Rangers today, is they do have Joey Gallo on the bench today.
And he's a thumper. See, routine play, throws him out, 2 down. Steady as she goes at third base. And you're talking about Gallo, 198 with 15 homers and 33 RBIs. MLB at Bat, your #1 Mariners app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get the Mariners home screen icons and features such as MLB TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Download MLB at Bat today. First pitch, strike to Ryan Rua. Base hit and a fly to center.
Another curveball. Curveball in the outside corner.
We'll see 4 outfielders when Gallo plays later on in the series.
Possibly.
As you'll want it.
You wouldn't be surprised to see it, would
Not
you?
anymore.
No, not in today's game.
That was Seager on what, Friday night?
Yep.
Minnesota put 4 outfielders.
Saturday night.
Saturday night when you heard it. That's right. Late in the game. 1-1.
Just missed with a changeup. Down. Now at 100 pitches, 60 strikes.
4 strikeouts, 3 walks. None of the walks hurt him. It slipped out of his hand. You can see that 3-1.
Not much bite. It was a curveball, but didn't have a lot of bite to it.
Just inside his 4th walk. 2 outs, 7th inning.
And I think that's going to be it. Let's see. Yeah, Scott Service on his way out of the dugout. 102 pitches again for Marco. His 4th walk was one of the things we talked about at the beginning of the game. Stay out of the middle of the plate. Walks a little high for him today. Unusual, but I think that was the reason why. Staying out of the middle of the plate.
Marco pitches into the 7th. He's going to leave with the lead and a chance to win this ball game. It would be his first home win. He gets a nice round of applause from the fans here at Safeco Field.
Out at Safeco Field, we want you to make your way to the Mariners team store, and this is the reason why. In honor of Memorial Day, all weekend long, the Mariners have been wearing special Memorial Day caps, jerseys, and socks. This 2018 Memorial Day collection is available at the Mariners team store. Wear the Gear Plus, a portion of the sales will be donated to MLB charities, which will support programs for servicemen and women, veterans, and military families. So, the next time you make your way to the ballpark, check out the 2018 Memorial Day collection for yourself while supplies last at the Mariners team store, located off the main concourse at section 142. Let's send it back upstairs to Dave and Mike on a very nice afternoon for one Marco Gonzalez.
Yes, indeed. Good numbers for Marco today, Mike.
6 2/3, 4 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, 102 pitches, 61 of those are strikes.
Time now for Beacon Plumbing. Call to the pen.
It will be James Pazos, hard-throwing left-hander. This will be his 20th appearance, a 1.45 ERA, 19 strikeouts over just 1 walk. Opponent's hitting .221, fastball 95 to 97 with a slider.
Got Rugnet Odor, 2 out, 1 on. Give you an idea how special Pazos has been in the month of May. 10 games, 8 innings, 1 run, 6 Ks, no walks, an ERA of 1.13. Last earned run, last run he gave up in the month was against the Rangers back on May 16th. High fly ball, pretty much in his tracks. Mitch Haniger, 2 pitches, inning over. Runner stranded, home 7th coming up. And the moment, the national moment of remembrance is coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, on this Memorial Day, Major League Baseball and the Mariners are proud to once again participate in the National Moment of Remembrance as we pause to remember the brave men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our country. We ask that you please join us now in this moment of silence as a collective, unified expression of gratitude to the heroes who lost their lives while protecting the freedoms we enjoy today. Thank you. Before singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," we ask you to please rise and direct your attention to home plate. To present "God Bless America," please welcome Technical Sergeant Freddie Garza, Jr., United States Air Force Reserve.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairie to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
Mike Zunino, first pitch hit by Doug Fister. Make sure you stretch your imagination with Washington's lottery. Play today. Memorial Day here in the USA, and hope your holiday is a good one as we pay honor and tribute to those who gave their lives in defense of this nation at Evergreen or Shelley Cemetery. It's right here in Seattle. Another hit batter by the Mariners. That's 31 on the season. Mariners, flip side, have hit 27. There's Gordon Beckham. That's the strike. For Doug Fister into the 7th inning again. 5 of the last 6 outings now for him.
So far, just 80 pitches. Here in the 7th. 80 pitches, 51 strikes.
Couldn't get the bunt down.
Alex Colomé getting loose in the pen for the Mariners. He will pitch the 8th.
26,236 on hand here today. As Alex looked good yesterday.
Mariner debut yesterday.
Man, man. He went line drive to left, ground out to second, ground out to short. Close out the game against the top of the order. Against the Minnesota Twins, 3-1 Mariner win, completing a sweep. Up the middle, clean base hit. Runners at first and second, nobody out for Andrew Romine. Make sure you stick around after the game for Mariners postgame. It's presented by Alaska Airlines. Base hit for Gordon Beckham. And with the help of Fister hitting Zunino, the Mariners have something brewing here in the 8th. Be a pitching change. Jeff Bannister is going to lift his starter. We'll take this opportunity to step aside. Mariners leading 2-1 and looking for more. Sports being brought to you by CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. By BNSF, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. By Jack in the Box this season, a Mariners double play means free Jumbo Jacks from Jack in the Box. And by Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. Beautiful day here in the great Pacific Northwest. Seattle, Washington. Mariners at Safeco Field with a 2-1 lead against the Rangers. Game 1 of a 4-game set. They have chased Doug Fister, the Rangers starter.
6+ innings for him, 6 hits, a couple of runs they were earned. He's responsible for the 2 base runners, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, 83 pitches, 53 of those for strikes. Jose Leclerc will take over for the Rangers. 17 appearances, a 2.25 ERA. 20 strikeouts over 11 walks. Opponents hitting just 132. We'll see if Romine can get a bunt down.
Does get the bunt down. Beautifully executed. Sacrifice. 1-4. Job well done. Got it down the first time. Get attaboys from tired dugout.
Yeah, just bat out in front of the plate.
Catch it with the bat, right?
Keep the barrel above the ball and just catch it. And that's exactly what he does. Deadens it right out in front of the plate. By the way, Dave, the Mariners are #1 in sacrifice bunts.
I know. And it was great the other day. The other day you mentioned it because I mean it's been a struggle for the last few years, and this year has been a total card flip.
Rangers infield is in. Yeah, I think that because of the injuries to the lineup, talked about it with Scott Service, he's had to change some things. Typically he doesn't like to sacrifice a lot, but this year he's had to. And it's worked out for him. And it's the reason why they have all those one-run wins late in games, moving runners along.
And comeback wins too. Top of the order, here's Heredia ahead in the count 1-0. Way out front.
And slow breaking ball. His average fastball 94 miles an hour. Likes his split. He'll throw that quite a bit.
Heredia 2 for 8 against Leclerc. Two-1 lead, looking for more. One out. Runners at second and third. Hold him again. One and two here to Heredia, drawn in infield. Give him a big gap left center field. Short left field. Here comes Roar near the line, and Zunino bluffs and gets back. 2 outs. Fans, our annual Ultimate Fan Contest, it has officially returned. Root Sports going to be looking for the Ultimate Fan in the state of Montana throughout the month of June. Send us a photo and story on our website at rootsports.com/ultimate-fan, and you can win a VIP trip for 2 to Seattle in September, personalized jersey, and more. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position for the newest Mariner, Denard Span. 0 for 3 today, did score a run after reaching on a fielder's choice in the 6th. 28 RBIs with the Rays this year. First time Span is facing off against Leclerc. No pitch. Upstairs. Advantage Span. Denard, Tampa born, Tampa Catholic High School. Signed with the Rays coming into this season after 2 years in San Francisco. 2-0 pitch. Takes a strike. 11 years in the big leagues for Denard.
Did give in to him 2-0. Clark has a good fastball. Again, his average fastball 94, but we've seen him touch 96, 97. Comes back with a breaking ball and a 2-0 count.
And led the National League in hits back in 2014 with 184 hits. Led the league in triples in the 13 season with 11. 2-1. 3-1.
All right, here we go. Load him up.
Mitch Haniger's on deck. Rangers took a 1-0 lead, third inning. Runners at the corners. And on a pass ball, Odor scored. Mariners got 2 runs with 2 outs, sixth inning. RBI single Cruz, RBI single Seager. 3-1 here to Span. Takes a strike. Span trying to get the best of right-hander Jose Leclerc, who's out of Esperanza in the Dominican Republic. 24 years old in his 3rd season with the Rangers. 3-2 pitch to Span. A lot of green out there. Little dribbler. Might be a foot race. And Leclerc wins it. Mariners threaten, don't score, leave 2, but have a 2-1 lead to the 8th. Pay tribute to the American war dead over the years. Here on Memorial Day, Mariners have a 2-1 lead against the Texas Rangers. First of 4. Evergreen with Shelley Cemetery here in Seattle. Statue of one of the doughboys from World War I. The American Expeditionary Force. New pitcher. Back-to-back days, first 2 days as a Mariner, Alex Colomé, and he was impressive yesterday.
24 appearances, 12 saves. Picked up a save yesterday for the Mariners, a 3.97 ERA, 23 strikeouts in 22 2/3. Fastball at 95 miles an hour.
Every bit.
Every bit, and a slider.
Last year led the league in saves with 47. Year before he had 37. Got a career ERA of 3.20 up to the minute coming into today's game, and 96 career saves on his ledger.
Actually, last year that led the American League, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He was an all-star the year before that.
Right. Year before he had 37 saves and went 2-4. Last year 47 saves, 2-3 with 3.24 ERA. Boy, that 16 season his ERA was 1.91. 1-1 pitch.
And that's with a slider at 91.
He's got Chirinos, Guzman, and DeShields 8-9-1 here in the 8th inning. Bullpen fit, rested, raring to go. Edwin Diaz much available for inning number 9.
97 at the top of the zone, didn't get the call.
Mariners in another one-run game. They're 15-8. Texas 5-4. Skied right side, out of play.
Challenged him 97 right down the middle. A bit of a late swing.
It's one of those to be young moments. Yeah, I'm behind an account. Guess what? I got 97. See if you can hit it.
That's exactly what it was. Here you go. See what happens here. 3-2.
Just needed 9 pitches to get its 3 outs in yesterday's game. 3-2 to Chirinos. High fly ball, staying in the yard, spans under it. One out. Join us tomorrow during the Mariners game for Twitter Tuesday. You're going to get 5 chances to win exciting prizes just by interacting with us on Twitter throughout the ball game. Going to be posing questions. Want to hear from you, so be sure to watch and follow us on Twitter at rootsports_NW. Giveaway rules, visit us at rootsports.com. Be at night the next 3 evenings. We've got Austin Bibbins-Sturks against Felix Hernandez in game 2. Here's Ronald Guzman. Strike 1. Felix, by the way, 19-24 career with a 4.00 ERA against the Rangers in 55 starts. Guzman today reached on a fielder's choice, got picked off at second base in the 3rd inning. And then hit a hard foul out, line drive snared by Healy. Second time up, and right now advantage goes to Colome. 0-2.
92 miles an hour down out of the strike zone, gets him to chase it. Guzman cheating, trying to catch up to 97.
Healy guarding the line down at first base. Colome, the 0-2. Got it. 2 outs.
Three pitches. First pitch 96 miles an hour. And a couple of sliders at 92.
Do you realize that we have a chance to have a crazy good summer watching him in the 8th and Eddie in the 9th?
Yeah. Well, all those guys out there have really pitched well.
Got Nicasio, probably go him in the 7th. You got Vincent, he'll be back hopefully in a couple of weeks. You got Altavilla. I mean, that's a good looking bullpen.
Ryan Cook.
Ryan Cook throwing the ball really well.
The run that Pazos has been on.
All right. Here's DeShields, top of the order. Cookie's been up, what, 95, 96, right?
Yes, and throwing strikes. For Colome, 10 pitches, 7 strikes.
Really utilize that bullpen to play all these 1-run games. What to choose from. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Mariners. A run on 4 hits, 1 error for Texas.
We had an example of it yesterday.
Yep.
With Colome getting the save for Diaz. He had pitched in 4 out of 5 games, so now you have a guy with a lot of experience that's been an all-star to close when Diaz isn't available.
I interrupted Eddie's pool game with Colome. I said, "Do you like having him in front of you now?" I said, "Oh yeah." Now he knows he can get a blow every now and then. Got to be a great feeling. 2-1. His career game number 198 for Colome. Actually, at one point he was a starter back in 15. He started 13 games. Here comes Heredia. He's got to play it on the hop.
He did the right thing.
Yes, he did. 8th inning. It's not worth the gamble.
Especially with DeShields, who can fly if he gets past him. Going to have all kinds of problems. Jams him a little bit. Trying to protect the 1-run lead. The outfielder's playing a little bit deeper than usual, trying to stay away from the double.
Brings up Shin-Soo Choo, 0 for 1 career against Colome. 2 out, 1 on. Choo today, 1 for 2 with a walk.
Shortstop Romine playing up the middle. All the outfielders deep.
first base hit given up by Colome as a Mariner. 25th hit in just shy of 23 innings.
Rangers are 6th in stolen bases, and DeShields leads the team with 10.
Classify that a heavy fastball he's got?
I would say so.
Take the bat right out of your hands if you don't get it right.
Well, we'll have to get into something you don't want to, and that's spin rates, Dave.
What do you got, big boy?
Was it a balk?
Yep.
Yeah, they called him for a balk.
Be darned. Jerry Neals, crew chief, first base umpire. He's got service going out. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what did you see? What happened? I didn't see anything.
It's his normal motion. It's gotten us here. Let's see. You can hear him say that's a balk.
I think it's because of the long pause and hesitation that he had, which I'm not sure that's normal for him.
All right, so now the tying run on the balk in scoring position, 2 outs.
It's just the second outing with the Mariners, but I don't recall him having that long of a pause. Didn't really see anything else that he did.
Go to work on Chu. Ahead 0-2. It's a third balk by a Mariner pitcher this year. Nick Vincent and Edwin Diaz, the other two. 0-2 to Chu. And say goodbye. Inning over to the home 8th. Looking to build on a 2-1 lead. Mariners playing some good ball.
Instant impact of this Mariners ball club out of the bullpen. Alex Colome, I mean, delivering in his second appearance as a Mariner, getting the K right there. Shin-Soo Choo head to the dugout. Nicely done. Welcome back to the Forward Sports Desk. How about a little hashtag Where I Root presented by Alaska Airlines. You see now, that's how you watch a ball game in style. You get an inflatable, you get in the pool, you get the game on your iPhone, and you just sit back and listen to Dave and Mike call a beauty of a game.
How many adult beverages did he have with him? Thanks. Tom popped up off the bat of Mitch Haniger, playable. Guzman, 1 out.
Leclerc still in the ball game for the Rangers.
Get home field advantage on Silver Bullet Saturdays. Download the Coors Light Rewards app and start earning points towards rewards like Mariners tickets and Coors Light gear while supplies last. Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. It's Erasmo Ramirez, they were teammates down at Tampa. Alex Colomé. Nelson Cruz, RBI single. Tied the game at 1-1 in the 6th. Seager gave the Mariners the lead. He was the next hitter.
Edwin Diaz getting loose in the Mariner pen. Looks like Matt Bush for the Rangers.
1-1 here to Nelly.
That was a ball.
Cruz 0 for 3 against Leclerc. Two. This is game 4 of a 10-game homestand, longest of the season for the Mariners. 3 more with Texas, 3 with Tampa Bay. Get your tickets. Fun team to watch. Down the 3rd. Kiner Calefo in the backhand. 2 outs. Bring up Kyle Seager, who's 2 for 6 with a homer against Leclerc.
Picked up a base hit and an RBI. Go ahead RBI for Kyle his last time up. Line drive into right field.
Again, mid to late inning action scoring wise for the Mariners, coming from behind after trailing 1-0 through 5. They get 2 in the 6th.
Good call. Good call.
Door out short right field in the shift for Kyle Seager.
Hitters count 2-0. Missing with a couple of fastballs away off the plate. Probably try to hit the outer half of the plate again with a fastball. Kyle with a home run yesterday, his 9th.
And the count here, 2-0. 3-0. Seen him homer, what, 3-4 times on 3-0 pitches?
Oh, yeah, on the green light, he'll have it every time. I think he's had a 3-0 home run this year.
I agree.
think we saw it last year.
A couple of years before.
Yeah.
3-0. He's aboard. Ryan Healy a chance here.
Ryan was the hitting star yesterday. And line drives all over the place, including driving in 2 runs for the Mariners in the 8th inning. Double in the left center gap.
Tell you what, it looked like that ball was going to get cut off, and it had so much topspin when it hit, it just took off. Breaking ball missed, ball 1. Healy's 0 for 2 against Leclerc. Leclerc entered the game in the 7th. First hitter was Romine. Romine got a bunt down. Mariners got runners at 2nd and 3rd, but couldn't score him. 2 outs, runner at 1st. And a 1-0 to Healy. Takes a breaking ball for strike 1-1. Trying to get a little separation in the score here. It's 2-1 Mariners. Runner goes. Swung on a miss. Throw down to second, and he is meat. Edwin Diaz will face 3, 4, and 5 in the order. It's a 2-1 Mariner lead. America's fallen in our wars of the past and present. And hope your day is a good one as we remember those and honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice as we look at Evergreen Washelli Cemetery here in Seattle. That can't be easy for that youngster. Here at the ballpark, Safeco Field, Mariners with a 2-1 lead. And Edwin Diaz is on, and his numbers are just spectacular. 18 saves, tied with Wade Davis for the major league lead. He's got 3, 4, and 5 in the order here.
27 appearances, as Dave mentioned, 18 saves, a 1.65 ERA. Opponents hitting 112 against him. Fastball in the upper 90s, hard slider.
Behind in the count, 2-0. There's the electric 96, 2-1. 3-1. Steps back to compose himself a little bit. 3-1 here to Kiner Falefa. And lost him. Tying runs aboard. Just the third walk in 14 games here in the month of May by Diaz against 19 strikeouts. 13 games here in the month of May, a 2.77 ERA. Time's called.
Nomar Mazara stepping in. Then you have Profar after that. Rua supposed to hit after Profar, but I would guess it would be Gallo.
Infielded double play depth on the fist, fouled it back.
His best fastball so far, 98 miles an hour, right on the inside corner.
Mazara 1 for 6. It was a home run against Diaz. 0-1 pitch. Swing and miss.
Back with the slider. So much more difficult to deal with when he's able to work ahead in the count.
Mariners in yet another one-run ball game. They played in 6 consecutive one-run ball games before yesterday's 3-1 win. Here's the 0-2.
Another slider. All the numbers with Diaz, and I think the biggest improvement for him has been that slider down out of the strike zone. He's able to work ahead. It comes out of his hand, looks like a fastball that's going to be at the knees, and then it just runs out of the strike zone and gets the hitters to chase it.
0-2 to Mazara. Fouled off. Diaz has 18 saves. He's got a 0.69 ERA. Man, oh man.
Even on that last pitch, it was the slider again on the inside corner, but stayed above the knees. And Mazara, a good hitter, barely able to get a piece of it.
Let's see what gives here. 0-2. There's your answer.
Yeah, 98. Above the strike zone.
Thing took off, didn't it?
Well, exactly. If you're at home plate, you think that it's probably going to be about belt high when it leaves his hand, but by the time it gets to you, it's at your letters, and there's nothing you can do about it.
So 1 out, 1 on. Switch hitter jerks and Profar, 2 strikeouts and a ground out 0 for 3.
What was the thought? Joey Gallo on deck.
First pitch strike at 97.
A lot of power, a lot of strikeouts for Gallo.
On 1 pitch. Nice stop by Zunino. 1-1. Mariners 3-2 in the early season here against these Rangers. Split a series here back May 15-16. So 1-2 to profile. Joey Gallo, their home run leader, is on deck on a pinch hit. Big, strong left-hand hitter. Home runs for Gallo. Right now, the issue at hand is profile. 2-2. Two pitch. Left field spin, came in, goes back. Nice adjustment, 2 away. Veteran outfielder in his 11th year, so 2 outs in. It's going to be power on power right here, folks. 97, 98, 99 against Joey Gallo, who can leave a lot of national parks if he connects.
And I believe when the Mariners saw the Rangers and it was Gallo, they tried to elevate the fastball. Like most left-handed hitters, he likes the bottom of the strike zone. In that loop zone area, see the career against Edwin Diaz, 0 for 6 with 4 strikeouts, and again a fastball at the top of the zone, and he'll bounce the slider to him.
1-run lead for the Mariners. 2-1. Edwin Diaz, co-leader, looking to take the lead in saves. Popped it up. He's going to get it done. Here comes Heredia. That is your ball game. Mariners win it 2-1. They've won 9 of the last 10, 11 of the last 14, and now 13 games over 500.
And a lot of it one-run games for them, winning on the strength of the pitching, some quality defense, a terrific bullpen, and just enough offense for Edwin Diaz, his 19th save of the year.
Leads the major leagues in that category. 2 hours and 32 minutes for this ball game. 26,236 on hand here. Enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day, and it continues right now with Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines. Here's Brad and Ryan. Fellas.
Oh, thank you very much, David Mike. Eddie Diaz, save number 19. That is his 12th one-run save. The